Oh well. I need to find that one wasn't good. I need to find a better one. Uh, that's what I need. Japanese female erotica? Fuck. Why is this so hard to find something good? Bet he does. Michael disappeared. I think, yeah. Most read stories. Oh my. Last spring, my sister Jill came back home. Ugh. Thanks.
Is that what you like?
Yeah.
There's 4 more boxes.
Out there? Oh, okay.
Doesn't mean you need to eat all
Well,
of
I'm
them.
not gonna eat them all right now, no.
But
Okay.
$20.
No,
How much
okay.
I love you.
Yeah, okay. Anywho, back to the story. Last spring, my sister Jill came back home during her school spring break. She had shared a bedroom with Jenna and had simply moved back in for the month. All three of us partied together a lot those few days. I had just turned 21 and could now drink legally in the bars with my big sister. We would get together with a bunch of friends. Okay, skip the intro scene. Where's the sex start? Fuck. Really fucking long. Never. All right, we gotta find the sex part. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a scrolly thing, but it's a pretty long scrolly thing. Oh my. I had that strange feeling again.
Dude, I
And
have the weirdest feeling in my throat. What?
this that you came back at that part right as I said I had that strange feeling again.
My throat. I can't.
Uh, I had
Hey,
that
what lies
strange.
on its back 100 feet in the air?
Fuck, no one cares.
A dead centipede.
I had that strange feeling again, and the pee hole at the front of my boxers was sticky with drying jizz.
I can see 5 years
I
into the
strained to
future.
remember, and yes, I
If
remember having
2020
a sex
vision.
dream, but well, I had never had a wet dream before. Maybe I jacked off in my sleep. This
What?
was starting to severely bug me. Alright, skip ahead of this little bit. That weekend, I didn't go out with Jill. Instead, I went out with the guys. We went to a local strip club where there were beers. No one gives a fuck.
And boob.
Okay, I went straight to bed. I had just drifted off to sleep when something woke me. I opened my eyes in my darkened room and saw what I thought was one of my sisters standing in the doorway, silhouetted by the light in the hall. Ju- Just before I opened my mouth to ask what was up, she took a step forward.
Is
Then
this
she
a
stopped
incest
again.
thing?
She seemed to be trying hard not to wake me. This was just weird enough
The
for me to
fuck are
let it
you
go
reading?
and and see what she was up to. She reached the edge of my bed and ever so slowly sat down on it.
This is an
At,
incest thing.
at this point, I could see that it was my big sister Jill.
Zach,
She was watching my face
why are
intently,
you reading us your journal?
but I could barely make out that she was wearing nothing but a nightshirt and panties.
Oh,
What the
wow.
heck was she up to? She reached up to the top of my blanket and slowly, noiselessly pulled it down at the corner to expose most of my body, clad only in boxers. I was being careful not to change my breathing one bit. I had to let her think I was sleeping so I could see what was going on.
What
My sister then reached straight for my crotch with both hands
What are
and
you
delicately
doing?
unstrapped the button in the front. Then my entire world was rocked. Jill reached inside my boxers and gently pulled out my flaccid penis. Not reacting to this was perhaps the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. At first, I was embarrassed that my
Not as hard
sister
as
might
you
see my
think.
cock, and then she was holding my cock in her hand. Suddenly, I knew
What
this
in
was the
the
source of
actual
my morning mystery. Jill was coming into my room at night and playing with my prick while I slept. She must have thought I was blacked out tonight as well. Before I could think any further, she lowered her head to my groin and popped my soft dick in her warm, moist mouth. Dear God in heaven, I thought about putting a stop to this, but just as quickly that wonderful blowjob feeling overwhelmed me. My partial embarrassment, my cock starting to stiffening in her mouth, but I could see that this was exactly what she wanted, as her head gently bobbed up and down, swallowing a good portion of my 8-inch dick. Cocky motherfucker. She kept looking at me for all signs of my waking. Jill gave me head gently, quietly, lovingly. My head spun as I tried to understand just what all of this meant. She slathered her hot saliva all over my big dick and pulled her head off for a moment while softly stroking it with her hand. She pulled and pinched on the puffing nipples that had begun to poke against the inside of her nightshirt. This is going too far. Her sucking became a little more urgent then. Watching my sister play with her tits was too much. Soon I felt the cum rising to my cock, but she didn't stop. Quickly I thought, well, I never woke up before, so I better not wake up now. Oh, shit. My hips were moving involuntarily. Jill didn't stop, so this must have been normal. When I saw Jill's hand quickly move to the front of her panties and rub her crotch, I couldn't stand it anymore. I came into my sister's mouth, trying not to thrust too hard. I made a little noise, hoping it was okay, and just kept coming. I watched Jill swallow almost every drop of cum in 2 or 3 quick gulps without releasing my cock from her mouth. I lost my place. Yeah, it's almost done. When we keep going. I was marveled as she sucked, and I mean sucked, the remaining cum from my dick, cleaning off my cock with her tongue. She took another quick look to see if I was waking up, satisfied that she had gotten away with this again, slowly got up, whispered across the floor and out of my room. The door shut with a click. There I lay for what must have been an hour, trying to come to terms with what had just happened. God, it was good, but was it okay? Should I have stopped her? I didn't know what to think. All I knew was that the next day, when I woke, I would know exactly what had caused the strange feeling. All right, it's done. You're welcome. Posting that to the internet?
Thanks for
All
the
right.
recording. I only got the last like 2 minutes of it.
I'll reread the whole thing if you want. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I only have like 2 minutes of